धर्मविज्ञानवैराग्यपरमेश्वर्यशालिनः आनन्दतीर्थभगवत्पादान् वन्दे निरन्तरं व्यासाय भवनाशाय श्रीशाय गुणराशये शुद्ध्याय शुद्धविद्याय मध्वाय च नमो नमः. In the age of Kali Yuga, the capacity, status and strength of human beings are very much low and inferior to the persons of earlier yugas. They may not be able to understand the full implications of Vedas, which is the only aid to know Paramatma. Without the knowledge of the sacred, pious, and 100% truthful texts, one cannot even establish the presence of Paramatma. The same was voluminous and infinite, and was in the order of a huge heap. See Vedavyasa Mahaprabhu, who is the mercy ocean, taking pity on the sattvic souls, classified the Vedas into main four Vedas as Rig, Yadur, Sama, and Atharvana. Then again he further divided them into various divisions. Still, the theme and crux of the Vedas may not be followed easily by the sattvic souls, and so he composed Paravidya, the Brahma Sutras, 564 in number, which settles finally all the meanings of the Vedas. Tadartha Nirnayaya Brahma Sutrani Chakara. Srimad Acharya, who is also an ocean of mercy, did Bhashya and other commentaries on this Brahma Sutra and helped the Sattvic souls. And this way, further continued by Sri Jayatirtha Mahaprabhu by his Tika, Sudha, etc. But all these works are in Sanskrit and cannot be understood easily. Further, women and other low class group are prohibited from reading Vedas, and so it may look that they have no solution at all for salvation. Even to redeem them, Sri Vedavyasa did Mahabharata and Srimad Bhagavata and then various Puranas containing the glories of Sri Hari, Sri Vayu, and others. But even this cannot be understood by many due to the ignorance of the divine language Sanskrit as well as the subtleties involved in them. At this juncture, the one of the foremost of devotee of Paramatma by name was Prahalada, and his younger brother was Sahalada. That younger brother took avatar as Sri Jagannatha Dasaru and did a wonderful work by name Harikatamrita Sara. Here, Harikata means Mahabharata and Amrita means Srimad Bhagavatam. Hence, Harikatamrita Sara is the quintessence of these two great works, Mahabharata and Bhagavata. Brief history of Sri Jagannatha Dasaru. Sri Jagannatha Dasaru had his father by name Sri Narsappa, a village Karanam in Bhagyavatta in Nizam state. His mother was Lakshmakka. The parents led a pious and peaceful life and fully devoted to Srihari and were settling one example to the household life. In the life of Narsappa, it so happened, as in the case of Ramadasa of Bhadrachalam, and he spent some wealth of the king for dharmic activities. Hence, Narsippa was taken to task by the king, but he did not mind the same, and his devotion to Srihari increased manifold because of his act of the king. To always meditate and sing about the glories of Srihari, Narsappa decided in his mind. At that time, he fortunately met Bhaganna Timmanna Dasaru. This Mahan was great and had all the Shastras in his mind and memory. He had all the wealth and was living with his family and children, but he was detached with all this wealth just like water drops on the petal of lotus flower. This Bhaganna Timmaru Dasaru was a disciple of Sri Vijayadasaru, who was an Amsha of Bhrigu and from him he learnt various songs and suladis and had his work as his own mark as Venugopala Vittala and had composed several songs and suladis with this work. Narsappa becoming Narasimha Dasaru. This Narsappa reached the great Timmanna Dasaru and did sincere seva to him and got the name as Narasimha Dasaru. In a Kilaka Varsha in a Shravana month, Shuddha Dvitiya, at a fine and wonderful Muhurta, a male child was born to that Narasimha Dasaru and his wife Lakshmaka. That child was named by Srinivasappa by the parents. Sri Srinivasappa at the proper age became a disciple of Sri Varadendra Tirtha Swamiji of Mantralaya Mutt and learned under him all the Shastras to the maximum extent possible. Sri Srinivasappa was the crown to all the students and pandits in that Mantralaya Mahaprabhu's Samsthana and was shining with all splendor. Unfortunately, the fame, glory, and reputation earned slightly jolted the balance of Srinivasappa was insulted the Mahan Sri Vijayadasaru, who was an accredited Pandit in all the Shastras and has a special anugraha of Vittala and Sri Vayu and had composed many songs and suladis of soul stirring type and had an avesha of the great Bhrigu Maharshi in him. Anything can be tolerated but not so uttamara aparada, that is insult towards superior souls in the dictum. After aparoksha jnanam also, if this is committed, then the effect would be to dismiss the ananda anubhava in moksha. Such is the gravity of the fault committed. Sri Srinivasappa developed acute tuberculosis and stomach pain and finally took a slum under the lotus feet of Sri Vijayadasaru. Sri Vijayadasa, who was a great Aparokshajnanin, understood the situation and excused Sri Srinivasappa and sent him to the Bhaganadasaru, who had an Amsha of Ganesha. This Bhaganadasaru was a great Aparokshajnani and did several soul moving songs under the stamp and marks of Gopala Vittala. Having come to know the intention of his Guru, Sri Vijayadasaru, for having sent Srinivasappa to him, the great merciful Sri Bhagannadasaru donated happily 40 years of his age to that Srinivasappa and cured him of the disease. Then that great Sri Gopaladasaru, that is Sri Bhagannadasaru, did Upadesha to him and also explained the duties to be done by him as a service to Sri Harivayugalu. There was a total change in the life of Sri Srinivasappa again, and the incident and anugraha of Sri Gopaladasaru and his Guru Sri Vijayadasaru had a very large impact and jolt in his life on the earth. By the permission of his Guru, he also got the mark of Sri Jagannatha Vittala, and with that he composed numerous devotional songs, Devaranamas. When time was passing on like this is a holy manner in the life of Sri Jagannatha Dasaru, who was Srinivasappa earlier. One day in the night he had a dream in which he had the darshan of Sri Purandara Dasaru, who was an Amsha of Narada, Sri Vadaraja Sri Padangalawaru, Sri Vyasaraja Sri Padangalawaru, Sri Padarajaru, ordering him to write a work with a high Shastric value in it. As per the mandates of these great Aparokshajnanins and as per the mandate of Sri Bhaganna Dasaru, who donated 40 years of life to him and cured him of the worst hit disease. In order to show the path to attain the lotus feet of Lord for all the sattvic souls, to help the devotees in Kali Yuga who cannot do great dhyana or tapas due to handicaps both mental and physical, to give the blessing meanings of Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavata, and other Puranas in an easy way for the weaker to understand the beauty of them, to give the crux of the Vedas, Upanishads, and Shastras in a liquid and easy manner, and due to the pity on the sattvic souls, etc. etc. Sri Jagannatha Dasaru, the great mercy king, did compose this unique work called Harikatamrita Sara, which is the only work in Kannada having the unique honor of having a commentary in Sanskrit by Tambrapani Acharya. Harikadamrita Sara has been composed by the great Jagannatha Dasaru for each one of the devotee to attain moksha. That is why the great author has done namaskarams to Narasimha Narahari. Paramatma, who is residing in the hearts of all, is called by the name Hari. Vedas says that Paramatma is called Hari because he destroys all our sins and purify us. Gita Bhasha states Swarupa Bimbopasana Karmana Moksha Prayojanamiti Sarvesham Bimbarupo Harirevaha. For all the souls, the Bimbarupa is Paramatma, Sri Hari only. So has been done by that great Mahaprabhu, Sri Jagannatha Dasaru, so that all of us can have darshana of our Bimbarupa and attain moksha. So the great author has done namaskarams to Narasimha Narahari, Naranam Papaharanat Narahari. By reading this work, all our sins would be totally destroyed and knowledge would be bestowed by the Narahari, through which devotion and finally by his prasada moksha is secured. Sri Jagannatha Dasaru, Manvi Mahan and Vairagyamurti Sri Ashtotara Shata Satya Jnanatirtha Swamiji Sri Satyajnana Tirtha Mahan performed Chaturmasya one in Manvi, which is the native place of Sri Jagannatha Dasaru. One day, His Holiness was performing puja in the very abode of Sri Dasaru. That day, Sri Swamiji delayed the puja for a very long time, which was unusual. In the evening, some disciples requested Sri Swamiji the reason for such delay. Sri Swamiji replied smilingly, as a humble service to Lord Moolarama, Sri Jagannatha Dasaru was singing Devaranama with tambura. Till the singing was completed, I delayed the puja. What a wonderful incident, which brings the glories of Sri Jagannatha Dasaru as well as the mahimas of His Holiness in seeking the great Dasaru after long years when he had left the mortal coils. This is marvelous and jolts the heart of devotees. Harikatamrita Sara. Generally, it means narration about Hari's wonderful and delightful activities and its quintessence of the same. All the activities of the Srihari are with essence only. In his heading is given not in the idea of some being Sara and others Asara, and that Sara alone are taken narrated. Each and every act of Hari is Sara. Harikatha means the text which speaks about the activities of Srihari in respect of his creation, protection, etc. Naturally, that sacred texts are the infinite Vedas, Ananta Vedaha. Among the Vedas, which can be classified into three groups as Karma Kanda, Devata Kanda, and Upanishad. The final one, namely the Upanishad, which speaks only about Hari, who is called Amruta, in that the essence is taken from our standard as Sara, and the author has given in this work, and so it is called Harikatamrita Sara. Srimad Acharya states in his work called Krishnamrita Maharnava, Asare Kalu Samsare Saram Eka Nirupitam Samasta Lokanadasya Saram Aradhanam Hare. This work, Harikatamrita Sara, is the great Aradhanam for Sri Hari performed by Sri Dasaru, and whoever reads with devotion will be also doing great Aradhana in his life. Further, Harikatamrita Sara means Paramatma and Parashukla and this work is concerned mainly with them. And it also indicates that devotees should be primarily concerned with these devatas only. Hari means Paramatma, Kata means Mahalakshmi because she establishes Chaturmukha Brahma and others. Ka, Chaturmukha Brahma, Amruta means Vayu. Ishavasya Upanishad states Vayu Anilam Amrutam Yetedam Basmantam Shariram Adirohita Vijnanat Vayu api Amrita Smutaha. Since the knowledge of Vayu does not get diminished or deviated even at the time of Pralaya, and he is called as Amruta. Sara means Saraswati. So Harikatamrita means Harikatamrita Sara means the work deals with Paramatma and Parashukla and other things are added just in secondary sense and to highlight the mahimas of these great gods and Paramatma ultimately. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu, Madhvesharpanamastu, Madhvesharpanamastu.